Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make some different hearts with some different types of fabrics, and I'm going to give you some ideas for how to make a Dresden or these hearts and use them as a garland, and also another option for a sweatshirt. So grab your pinks and reds and whites and all the things you have decorative for Valentine's Day, and let's walk through this tutorial. So to make hearts, you will need different size heart patterns, and you can find these using your cutting system. You can also make smaller or larger if you want. For the hearts that are just going to be used for garland, you just need one heart in the fabric that you want, and then one back lining fabric that you want. Also, if you want them to be thick and quilted, then you can also have a piece of batting in them so that they will be thick. So this one has a little bit of batting in it, and I took some different fabrics that I had scraps of and I pieced them together and made a little patchwork, and then I just placed that on top, picked a back that is pink, and then you can insert your ribbon to sew it in. For today's demonstration, I just pinned it to the back, but this is how you're going to go about with making your hearts. So once they're cut out and you have both a lining and a quilted, you're going to sew them right sides together and then come back and top stitch on the outside. If you want to layer hearts that are smaller to put on a garland, so once you have sewn right sides together and you have a couple of different ones, notice this one does not have batting, so it's very thin compared to the one that does. It makes it a little thicker, so I do prefer the batting. But basically, you can just overlap the hearts at any angle that you want, and then you will just stitch down the one on top to the one on the back, and you will have a layer of hearts, and you can do them stacked like this. You can, catty corner them different directions, but this gives you an idea for a way to stack the hearts once you sew them together. So for the next part of the project, I'm going to show you how to make a Dresden, and that can look like a flower when it's put together, which looks really pretty with the hearts. So this particular pattern I got from an old book that is by Quilt in a Day, Eleanor Barnes. There are some of these still available on Amazon, and sometimes you can find these books in a local thrift shop. So this one had the actual pattern in the book where I could just make a copy and cut out my pieces. So if you can't find a Dresden that you like that's about this size, then what you can do is use a link for a fan Dresden, and I am placing one in the description for you to find online today that you can use for a very similar version of the one that I'm using. So you can alternate colors or pieces. You will cut each of these out individually. So you will need 12 of these to make a complete Dresden in one circle. And so this is half of the Dresden already pieced, and these are the pieces that have not. So when you get ready to sew these, it's very easy. You will just take a different pattern and you want to place them right sides together. The most important thing to pay attention to is that you sew the side that is a different pattern than the one that is next to it, or you will have to take it out. So I always do them in pairs. So if I know that the next one to come is a pink with a red, I'm going to flip the pink over onto the red, and I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam down this side. That way, when I open it up, it will have both opposite colors, and then that will match up with one that I've already made on the other side that's opposite. So once this one is opened and pieced, then I will flip that right sides together so that the red is touching the pink here. So just keep that in mind. I like to sew 2 at a time. So I would sew these 2 at a time, and then I would come back and I would do an additional one 2 at a time. And then once I have 2 for each of the sets, I'll have 6 sets of 2 since I needed 12. Then I will come back and start piecing the sets of 2 into sets of 4. And we will link a video of pairs and then combining the sets of pairs in the top corner so that you know how I did this using that 1/4 inch seam. So once you get half of it finished, then of course you're just going to continue until you connect the last red to pink piece. So then all that's left to do is sew your circle directly in the center to cover up that opening. So once this half is completely finished and I connect the last piece, you're going to have a little hole here in the center, as you can see. So I just lay this directly over the top of that and stitch it directly down on top of the Dresden with a zigzag stitch so that it doesn't unravel, and then it's also ready to go. So this one is completely finished. You can see that I have added a zigzag stitch on top, and then I have already zigzagged around the edges of this one because I just made several and just didn't want them to, start unraveling. So this will be your finished look for your Dresden. So let me now show you a couple of ideas for how you can use your Dresden. This Dresden here, you will notice, is very thick and very plump. I used an additional background that was solid and pieced 2 of these together. And so the way I achieved this is with right sides together. I started with one section at a time and I sewed these together. Then I took a little ball of polyfill and inserted it here and then stitched right down between that seam on the top, and it makes that fluffy. So I'm just using polyfill, and so polyfill just comes clumped like this. And so what I did was I just took some little pieces and I kind of just balled it tight, and basically once this seam is sewn together, I just kind of inserted that in the middle and then came back with my sewing machine and sewed right down this one. Once this one is sewn, then you stuff here and sew. If you want to do both seams sewn together first and stuff it, then that is also an option, and then you just come back around it on the outsides and zigzag them together, and you have a finished decorative little Dresden that you can use for garland. Before you sew it together, you'll do what I did here and just insert a loop of ribbon between the 2 layers before you seal it up so that you have a way to hang it. Now last year I used some of these as ornaments, and I left up my skinny Christmas tree and I just put hearts and Dresden plates all over the Christmas tree in the kitchen, and it was the only one that I left up, and I just left it as a little decorative Valentine piece until the end of February, and then I took it down. So you could even use it as a little decorative ornament if you still have a Christmas tree up somewhere that you want to use and continue kind of being festive throughout the season. So these are a couple of ways to make 2 different things that you can use that are very decorative for making yourself a garland and kind of alternating some things, and it just makes a really pretty thing that you can string and hang. So I will show you a demonstration of how to put these on some garland, and then I'm going to show you a second option where you could use these exact same patterns and ideas to create a sweatshirt. So if you want to put this into a garland, I bought a really thick rope as a decoration, and you can just leave the loops on your hearts that you make, and that way you have the option later if you don't want it to be necessarily on a garland and you do want to use it for a decor, then you haven't done this where you can't take them back apart. And so what you can do is just string these however you want this to look onto some rope, and then you can just hook this across a mantle. If you have a mantle, or if you have a little shelf that you want that's decorative, then these will very easily string onto this rope, and you just continue to add these until you have as many as you want, whatever length you need for your space, and you just have something that's just really cute and decorative that you can hang and display. So this is just another idea for how you could use these to make garland. If you wanted to stuff these hearts or leave these flat, you could even do that as well. So you could leave these as flat Dresdens and sew them together like we did the hearts, or you can stuff your hearts with some polyfill and have one that's very fluffy or very flat. So these are just some ideas for how you can do garland. So for this one, I took the same Dresden that I made as a garland, and I decided to take it and sew it directly down onto the sweatshirt using a zigzag stitch. So I zigzagged all the way around, and then I came back and stitched in between each Dresden, and I also zigzagged around the circle to give it a little bit more stability and make sure that it would stay on the shirt. And I turned it into a very cute sweatshirt. Because I had some small hearts left over, I did a small heart up in the corner, and I also came back and quilted another regular plain heart and put it on the other corner. So this entire sweatshirt, it just turns into something that's really cute and festive for Valentine's Day, and it's just another idea for a way to use these instead of for garland or some decorative ornaments. If you do not know how to adhere things to the sweatshirts, in my description I have linked a couple of videos where I've gone over how to do applique on a sweatshirt. I also have another one on a sunbonnet suit. So I do have 2 other videos that really go into detail about how to do the applique process onto things. And in addition to that, I also in my description have linked how to create your own Dresden plate for a tree skirt that you could use as an idea if you want to draft your own Dresden plate pattern for a sweatshirt. So those are additional videos that I have created that you can use if you want more details on how to do this step by step using a sweatshirt. I hope you guys have enjoyed the tutorial today on a couple of ideas for some Valentine projects. Please share what you're making. I would love for you guys to use the hashtag Memories by Cherie and show me what you've come up with for your project. And I look forward to seeing you the next time. And drop those comments, like, share, and I will see you again.